What is up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Make Life Happen. Hope you guys are having a super blessed day because life is so good. Today I want to talk about mental diets. Mental diets. Everyone habitually talks to themselves. Those inner conversations is something that we really can't stop doing, but we can control the nature and the direction that we have those inner conversations. Those inner conversations, those are the causes of all the circumstances in our life. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. And that's why I put emphasis on that phrase, because whatever you think, that's where you will be led to. As a man thinketh, so is he. So your inner conversations lay down the tracks in a direction that you will follow. To move to a different state in the direction that you want to go, you must put off those old inner conversations, which is known as the old man, and you must be renewed in spirit. Speech is the image of mind. So in order to change the image of your mind, you must change your speech. Your speech is your inner conversations. Everything that appears in your screen of space or in your reality is a manifestation of your inner conversations. Most people are not even aware that they're actually having these inner conversations. Take, for example, your employer. Do you always experience misfortunes? Maybe you feel like you're just going in circles year after year. Do you blame others for situations that you put in work? What inner conversations are you having with yourself about your employer? Maybe there's just that one coworker in your workplace that you just can't stand. We've all been there. There's that one person, maybe they think they know it all. Whatever the situation is, think about it, reflect on it. What are your inner conversations with that person? Do your inner conversations reflect what is outpictured? So basically, all the inner conversations that you see, or all the conversations that you have mentally inwards, are you seeing them outwards? Whether it's your workplace, whether it is home environment, relationships, whether it is a personal business, any type of negative situation that you have encountered is actually a circumstance of your inner conversations. Now, I know this may seem a little bit far-fetched, but if it seems far-fetched, then you can actually experiment. Words don't teach, experience does. So it doesn't matter what I tell you, so you have to try this and prove it to yourself. In order to change any negative circumstance in your life, you must start with changing your inner conversations. You can certainly improve this by becoming aware of your mental conversations. For example, take that certain coworker that you don't like. Do you ever feel criticized? Do you ever feel like you're not good enough? Think about the situations that maybe bother you a little bit, and what type of inner conversations are you actually having about this person? Are they good inner conversations, or are they negative inner conversations? Sometimes we actually have these inner conversations about that person all day long. They will even be in your mind when you go home and you're still thinking about them, upset about something that they've done earlier. Become aware of that when it happens and change your inner conversations and see what happens. Whatever your outcome desire is, imagine that. Let's just say you want to get more praise from your coworkers or even your boss. Imagine that. Imagine your boss or your coworker congratulating you on such a good job that you have done. So take that certain person that you're always bumping heads with at work, or maybe it's a personal relationship or home environment, a personal business partner. Take that person that you're just maybe not getting along with. compliment that person in your inner conversation. Maybe say something like, they've done such a great job. Maybe compliment them on what they're wearing. Do this with joy. Do this with love. Do this with delightfulness. And you'll soon find out that your inner conversations were the cause of all your uncertain situations. Your inner conversations were the cause of all the negative situations that were actually brought to you. Try this. Change your mindset. Think of positive things about that person and see how your inner talks and your inner conversations will reflect what you have actually been thinking. You will see it in your screen of space. You will see it the way that they carry themselves. You will see them, maybe they will even start to compliment you. But you first have to change your inner conversations if you want to see change in your outer life. God calls all things unseen as they are seen, and the unseen becomes seen. So this is how you bring forth kindness, politeness, maybe just a better relationship with your coworker or your specific relationship or your home environment or with your business partners. So all things that are unseen become seen. Imagine an inner conversation from the premise of being praised by your boss. So the conversation that you will have about your boss, your coworker, will be a positive inner talk. Imagine from that end, not from the end of how you wish to see them, but imagine and have inner conversations that are positive and reflect your desire as you wish them to be. Your inner conversations represent in many ways the world that you live in. So abandon your inner conversations to be positive and retain command in your life. Your inner mental conversations do not go into the past, they go into the future. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. What you think about now is what counts, even if you don't see the effects until later. What counts is right now, being in the present moment, bringing your attention intensely inward and not outward, as though if you actually heard the conversation, is how you create events in your life. When you have inner conversations from the fulfillment of your desire, that's how you create circumstances. Our inner conversations are actually outpictured all around us. So what you want to see without, you must hear within. The world shows us manifestations of what we actually made of the word. When you practice this art of controlling your inner conversations, you too will know how blissful it is to know that you can create a thing and it come to pass. There are no limits to this, but you have to remember that your inner speech, your inner conversations has to match your desire. God gave us two gifts that He didn't give any other creature, and that is speech and mind. They are your guides, and when used right, you will be brought into the truth of life. Life is the union of mind and speech. Life is the union of mind and speech. So now it's time to stop having those negative inner talks and start to create more positive talks in your mind. The truth depends solely on the intensity of your desire and your inner conversation, not on facts. When you start to see positive changes, those are actually confirmations of your new inner talks, your new mental conversations, or your new mental diet. The changed assumptions will reflect the changes that you see, and this will prove to yourself that when felt with intensity, if persisted on, even if evidence denies it, that it will harden into fact. It will appear in your screen of space. The signs always follow, they never proceed. The signs always follow, they never proceed. Assume the person you wish to be, and assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video on imagining techniques. Imagining techniques. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, go out there and use your gifts and make life happen. Peace.